Hello, art lovers. Welcome to the Art Beat, the time that we get to put various artists on the spotlight. We are talking visual art, we're talking film, we're talking all forms of art, we're talking sculpturing. We've covered it all and we continue to still do that. The name is Chisomo Yorenda, and in today's edition, we are talking visual art. Today, we're following a visual artist, a best visual artist. Her name is Amabel. We're following her to Quasar, Africa in Area 3 Lilongwe, where she's having her artist residency. There, we'll see how much it means for an artist to just sit back and let her passion and time and freedom express itself all on the canvas. So we are going to see her do her work in various forms. We're talking portrait, we are talking about the African culture, we're talking about the human anatomy, the beauty, the nature, and everything else that has to meet the eye from these amazing visual artists. Also, if you don't really know much about her, Amabel Banda was also nominated in the 2025 Maso Awards as a female visual artist. Of course, the award went to Tim Linga, who is also another amazing visual artist. But before we get into all that, I'm going to talk about that in a bit. But for now, let us go to Quasar, sit down, have a conversation with Amabel, and see how far she is ready to take us through her artist in residency. So we get to know more about her work, we get to know more about her residency, we get to know what this means to the visual art industry in the country. Like I said, the name is Chisomo Yorenda. Please do not go anywhere. Tell another art lover that Art Beat is on your screen.
So the intention for this residency was for me to reconnect with myself, to reconnect with my art, with my craft. After feeling so disconnected and a little burnt out, I literally saw this residency as my salvation to come back to myself in that way, to explore and go back to the root of what art is for me. And art is such a huge part of my identity. And losing myself in my practice is also just like losing myself. So I wanted to come back to my art, to myself, and use these days to get back to the core of being an artist. Okay, well, first, the way I planned the residency was to have, it's 7 days, but I started with a Saturday, Sunday, and then I took Monday and Tuesday off for myself, and then I continued today, Wednesday, and we'll be finishing on Sunday. So so I started with the 2 days just so I could also mentally prepare myself, get the vibe and the feel of everything, because it's a new experience for me. And I wanted to make sure that I'm giving it as much thought and intention as possible. So I did take those 2 days off for myself, for my life outside of art. And then, now I'm back with these 5 very intense days, working during the day, and then in the evening, then I go home and make time for myself. And I'm also a student, so I actually have to study. Yeah. Okay, so the residency, I made a program, what I'm doing on which day. So things like fabric and movement studies, anatomy, and exploring African art movements. So every day I just look at the program okay, so what is this that I am supposed to be doing? But it's not very strict to sticking to that program, because I'm an artist, so it means that I also work by inspiration. So what I do in the morning is I come, I set up, I put my music on, I get the vibe to create. So what I'm aiming for is a safe space to create. I think a part of me hasn't been letting myself be vulnerable in my art, and that's what I wanted this also to be, to really open myself up completely, to my story, myself, how I'm feeling, what's going on, because there's a lot of things that are going on in the country and it's very intense right now. So opening myself up to also deal with all those emotions and thoughts and feelings. So in the morning, that's when I get here, that's really what I'm doing. I'm opening myself up to feel that and to feel uncomfortable, because even the act of creating itself and the act of trying something new and opening myself to something that's completely different to maybe what I've been doing for the past couple of years so that's what I do in the morning. And then I find the medium that I want to work with. So like today I was working with oil, which is not my main medium. My main medium is acrylic. So I was working with oil and then also discovering how I can put that how I can put that into my craft. What else? Then I work on the medium. So I usually work with women. I love Black women. I love the female form. I think we represent so much of humanity, and it's so unfortunate because we are a disregarded group in so many ways. But we are literally the people who hold humanity together, right? So I work with the female subject, and then I take that medium plus my subject and I explore that. Today I had the pleasure of having another artist join me, and we worked simultaneously, and that was like really, really, I thought that. So today I had the pleasure of working with another artist, and we worked simultaneously. So she was working on her piece and I was working on my pieces, and we were just talking and connecting. And rounding back to why I wanted to also have this residency is that I see that there is a gap in artists connecting right now, and it's so important. I think one of the things that really pushed my ambition, or just my need to create, was being inspired by living artists that I was meeting. So when I was meeting like other artists and connecting with them, it inspired me so much to be like, oh, they're doing this, I also want to do this, or they're experimenting with this, what if I also experiment with that and this? And so working side by side and having those conversations and having that connection was such a beautiful thing to have today. I'm going to take that even further, because I think collaboration is just important for the art industry in general. For the residency, because I wanted it to be an authentic experience, like really just like raw feeling, raw art, really at its core, without the thought of, oh, who's going to buy my art, who's my audience, but just like that, coming back to, for me, as an art student, of just creating things that made me feel something. So collaborating is a great way to also connect. So again, the connection is very important for me, and I feel like for an artist, like connecting is literally what we do. We express ourselves to connect with people. We express ideas to help us connect with people, but even people to connect with each other. So for me, collaborating with another artist is I'm connecting with them as I am connecting with myself as well. And I think for this residency, it's very important because I personally need that connection. I need that inspiration from other artists. It actually feeds my soul. What was the other thing? For my practice. Okay, for my practice, for the residency. It's the connecting, because that inspires me, it fuels me. For the industry as a whole, I think artists, we need to collaborate more. I think you can't do everything on your own, and everybody is so good at something, and so how great will whatever we make or build be if we all contribute to this thing? And that's what the art industry is. It's really just every single artist is part of that and part of its growth. So if we all work with each other, we are going to cascade the growth of our own industry. And I mean, we've seen the art industry grow in the past 2 decades. And so how much more will we grow if we are all working together? So that's why collaboration is so important.
Ladies and gentlemen, the amazing, the talented Amabel Banda. We've learned that as visual artists in the country, the industry itself is not only growing, it is evolving. We can see from the works that we've seen throughout the year, through this program, of how much visual art has grown in the country. I mean, let me not even say much. We have seen Evrin Chisambilo, a female visual artist who is based in Longwe, who is also a gallerist, who has been appointed on the board of Kosoma. We've seen Tim Linga as well as Madali Suzwao being awarded through the Maso Awards as Visual Artists of the Year 2025. We have seen the recognition that visual artists are receiving in the country. We've seen visual artists go to the State House to paint, to showcase their art, their work. We've seen events, biannual events like Art in the Park growing. To me, that just melts my heart. It's just evident enough that the visual art industry in the country is growing and is thriving, and we love to see it, and we're definitely here for it. And as we're wrapping up the year 2025, I am not kidding you, I am so happy to see that the art industry in general in the country, it is growing. We cannot talk about entertainment in the country without mentioning the film industry. We cannot talk about entertainment industry in the country without talking about the producers that actually make the beats, make the sounds, make the artists, the musicians themselves be who they are. Tikukambaza ma jazzman, tikakambaza anthu osiyana-siyana amene aliso ndi luso losiyana-siyana. Inu ndi ine titakufotokoza ndikugwirizana chimodzi kuti kodi 2025, it was definitely a year that brought a very good seed, a very good trend when it comes to arts. And for me, if you know me even personally, you know what, these are the things that melt my heart. These are the things that make me happy to see the art industry thrive and to see artists earn from the art, from the time that they've spent creating these various artwork. So yes, definitely, and it's definitely amazing to see kuti lero takhala ndi Amabel Banda kucheza naye. We've seen her work, we've seen her express herself through her artist in residence, just bringing together and inviting other visual artists as well to come and experience this, to promote this as well as experience this. And we've seen how much it is a collective effort for the industry itself to grow. I am doing my part. The artists are also doing their part. It is also up to you as Malawians to support this art. Buy Malawian art. Support Malawian art. Do whatever you can to make sure that art is growing. And many thanks to you for being with me throughout the year 2025. You've been here supporting, watching the program Artbeat, where we're just giving the support that the art industry needs in the country. My name is Chisomo Nyurenda, and as we're wrapping up this year, let me wish you happy holidays. Mukhalendi Christmas yobambana komanso, mukhalendi chaka chatsopano chobambana. Let's meet again in 2026 rather, where we're coming with all the fire, all the energy to put the art industry on the spotlight. Personally, I believe that as a country, we have what it takes to put the black, red, green flag way up high when it comes to art. It's already evident. We've seen it in the previous years. We've seen it in this year that's ending 2025. And we're definitely wanting more. We want to see more. We want to see more of the growth and more of the sparkle and more of the energy in the year 2026, and we're definitely here for it. The name is Chisomo Nyorenda. Until next time, continue to stay creative.